So again, we'll watch these 2 videos about counting by 3s and 6s. We'll go over the quiz, and then you guys will take the quiz, okay? All right, so I wanted to show you guys those. That way, because you're going to be skip counting by 6s in your quiz. And I think that is a great way to kind of help you remember how to skip count up to 16 by 6s. All right, so now before I show you your quiz, I kind of want to go over some of the problems that will be on your quiz. So I'll share my whiteboard. Okay. Let me make this bigger. All right, so one of the questions on your quiz will have repeated addition. So it'll look like this. And then it'll ask you for the multiplication equation. All right, so it's going to ask you for the multiplication equation for this repeated addition. So does anyone know the multiplication equation for this problem? Irisu, go ahead.
10 times 4.
Now we have 10 times 4. I can double check that. I'm going to count to make sure I have 4 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4. I do, so I'm right. And then who knows the answer? What is 10 times 4? Gabe?
40.
40. All right, does anyone have any questions on how we got 10 times 4 from 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10? Okay, I don't see any hands. All right, let's go over another problem that'll be on your quiz. Okay, so you're going to have a question that looks something like this. So Peter filled 2 bags each bag had 5 apples inside. How many apples are there in all? All right, how many apples are there in all? So you have a question like this, and I'll ask you just for the answer. So how many apples in all will I have? Someone else besides Gabe and Irisu, they answered my last question. Niley.
10.
Yeah, they're gonna have 10 apples. Okay. And just to kind of refresh your guys' memory, remember we have 2 and 5. So that's 2 times 5 is equal to 10. Okay, so that's how we got that answer. Does anyone have any questions on a problem like this? Looking for hands. All right, let me look over one more time. Okay, you're gonna have to skip count, and you're going to have to pick out which 2 numbers are not correct in your quiz when they're counting. And then the last type of question on your quiz will be true and false. And so it'll ask you about the multiples of 2, 5s, 10s, 3s, and 6s. So let me pull out our hundredths charts we went over. All right, so we'll just go over the 2s real quick. Thumbs up, thumbs down. When I count by 2s, all of my numbers are even. Is that true or false? When I count by 2s, all of the numbers are even. Paxton's with me. Gabe's with me. Niley's with me. If I didn't call your name, let me, oh, Heavenly's with me. Oh, Charlie's with me. All right, so yes, that is true. Nice job, guys. All right, let's look at 3s. Actually, we're gonna look at 5s because your question only goes over 2s, 5s, and 10s. Okay, true or thumbs up, thumbs down? When I'm counting by 5s, all of my numbers end in 5 or 0. Thumbs up, thumbs down. When I count by 5s, all of my numbers end in 5 or 0. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Is that true or false? Okay, awesome. Awesome. All right, that is true. When I count by 5s, all of my numbers end in 5 or 0, and I can go through and look at all of that. Okay, also when I'm counting, these highlighted numbers are called multiples, remember? So these are all multiples of 5. Okay, and then let's look at 10s, the last one. Go ahead and look over 10s real quick. All right, the multiples of 10s are, they all end in 5 or 0. The multiples of 10 all end in 5s or 0s. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Is that true or false? True, false. My multiples of 10, or when I count by 10, all the numbers end in 5 or 0. Ooh, I see Ear Sue has the right answer. All right, nice job, Ear Sue. So my multiples of 10 only end in 0. They don't end in 5, they only end in 0. So nice job. All right,